You've probably heard that news, but the game's already been lost. Our home is falling to pieces as we pay the ultimate cost. When all the trees and lakes are gone, will we see the horrors we've done? Conflicts ignite from selfish deeds under flames of a blazing sun. This fight's not black and white. It's not about whose side is right and who's wrong. We'd make it further together. Guess you don't know what you've got till it's gone. The weather is crazy, the future is hazy. We don't know what to do. Our world is dying, but we'll keep on trying. It's up to me and you. What to do? We have no clue. We are lost and can't be found. We sit at home all on our own in a world that's burning to the ground. This fight's not black and white. It's not about whose side is right and who's wrong. We'd make it further together. Guess you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Guess you don't know what you've got till it's gone.
You know where we're supposed to see the birds? I thought it'd be around here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the book said something about them liking to hang around spruce trees.
From what the book is telling me, I don't see anything that resembles a spruce tree. See, isn't this supposed to be a forest? We're all animals and trees.
Yeah, according to the book, this used to be the boreal forest, but due to the consistent droughts, it was unable to survive.
So, all the birds and trees, they're all gone? I was hoping for nature and beauty, but instead I got this gross mud and rundown prairies.
I guess this is welcome to the new world.
Oh my gosh, you have to see this cute swimsuit I found. I can't believe I haven't even worn it before. We have to take it to the lake.
You going swimming in the lake?
Yeah, what else? It's a lake, for goodness sakes.
Do you know how polluted that lake is? The glowworm and algae is made it unswimmable. Plus, the number is easy to get.
So, no swimming.
Here you go, ma'am.
Thanks.
Here you go, sir.
Merci.
Here you go, ma'am.
What is this for?
It's a Health Canada regulation. You need to give these out whenever you land in Canada.
But it's January in Canada. Isn't it supposed to be snowing?
That's how it used to be, but things are different now. Snow is a thing of the past. Now it's not just hot, it's also dry, hence the water bottle. That is until the next big flood. That's just how it goes around here. You have a drought for 2-3 months. Then we're hit with a huge torrential storm that puts people out of house and home.
Oh. So
So take that and stay hydrated.
is this the world you want to live in?
According to scientists making a very conservative estimate for the year 2050, this is what we have to look forward to.
They seem like ideas out of a sci-fi fantasy, but they aren't.
The prediction is more than that. It's treating the world the way we are.
That's why we're here.
I'm here because our world is dying. It's a terminal illness with side effects of melting glaciers and vanishing boreal forests. Our world is dying, and we need to find a cure.
I'm here because they say that we are supposed to leave the world with enough resources for 7 generations to come. But at this rate, I'm not sure if there's enough for my generation.
I'm here because the government cares more about their profit than my future.
I am here because if we do not start to salvage the parts of the world we have not yet destroyed, what will we have left?
I am here because I do not want to see the beauty and life of nature decay into the past, and then suffer in a world where I can barely breathe because there are no fresh trees, and suffer in unbearable heat. A world that is broken is soon to be my future, and I will not stand for it.
I am here because I want the future generation to be proud of the world they live in.
I'm here because I want to see a change in our world.
I'm here because we don't have a choice anymore. You're not listening to me.
You're not listening to me.
No, you're not listening to me because you only listen to yourself.
I have all the facts. Of course I'm listening to you.
No, this thing has gone way longer than I thought it would. No, I understand, but I can't be home in time. You need to pick the kids up from school. No, I understand, honey, but I...
You were really good in there.
Yeah, your points, they were great.
Thank you. Are you doing anything after this?
No, not really. What were you thinking?
Listen, Anthony, I can't get the papers in tonight. You're not my only priority. Harvard wants to follow your presentation on the effects of global warming on unicellular organisms, and James Hansen, he wants me to get the input on the latest discoveries concerning the greenhouse effect on Venus.
So can we just speed this along? You know, my wife is crazy. Oh, you have to get home at 5, John. You have to have dinner at 5, John. I'm going to divorce you, John. It's crazy. Can we just speed this up? Do you think?
With all due respect. Shut up, you two. With all due respect. With all due respect. Your proposal for a 50% cut in emissions will hurt most Canadians. You blame big corporations, but the industrial sector is the biggest in Ontario. We employ 700,000 people. Are you going to let these people go without jobs?
You see, that is a good point. We need to see a change here, but must it be at the cost of innocent people's livelihoods?
And even if this proposal does go through, small businesses can't afford to make these changes. I'm a farmer.
Yes.
I can't afford to suddenly change my business.
That's true, that's true. That
Well,
is true.
actually, this plan benefits farmers.
Wow.
What we're trying to do is get our communities to move away from big corporations such as Kraft, Nestle, etc. towards local ones. We want to teach our communities to be self-sufficient. But what we also need is for our communities to be more focused on agriculture rather than cattle raising.
All of that sounds nice, but we need to focus here. There is a strong correlation between fossil fuel usage and the rise in temperature. This is a huge problem that we need to solve here and now.
Okay, even if that's true,
Which
a rise
it
in
is.
temperature isn't inherently a bad thing. Just in the north, flour costs $14, you know that people starve because it's so expensive to import food there. But if they weren't fighting snow and frost, they could grow their own food, and the population would thrive. And let me remind you, the majority of people who are suffering food scarcity in our provinces are poor Aboriginal people who are governments and all of you.
Excuse me. But that's not how climate change works. Exactly. A rising temperature would bring drought and famine, not prosperity. It hurt northern Aboriginals as much as anyone else, if not more. But you had a point earlier. Here, we need to focus on finding ways to help small industry make the shift. What cost-effective small changes can we make to make Canada greener?
Frankly, there's no point looking. You're suggesting something that can happen through small changes. Your policy is a 50% cut in greenhouse gases. That's not a change small businesses can make in only 9 years.
We understand the economic issues here.
But
the issue of climate change is so drastic that if we leave it any longer, we won't be able to fix it. There is no future for industry. There's no future for Earth.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
true.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Fine! Then with that in mind, we like to move for a 10% reduction and a compensation fund for the people who will be losing their jobs because of your new law.
That fund is a good addition, but 10% is simply too low.
Yes,
Like the
I
scientist said, we need to avoid a problem that is completely unfixable. We can't argue about this any longer. 25% is the absolute minimum that I could personally agree to.
Yeah.
This proposal needs to go through today. All those in favor?
Hi, I'm Joan Smith, and welcome to Talking Down to You about environmental issues with Joan Smith. I'm your host, Joan Smith, and today we have a very interesting story from our field correspondent, Jim, about the election cycle currently going on in Myanmar. Take it away, Jim. Okay, so according to Jim, the position of field correspondent has been declared obsolete because there are no more fields and no more plant life on Earth, and thus field correspondent is redundant. All right, thanks so much, Jim. Thank you so much. Now we're gonna go to Michelle with the weather. Take it away, Michelle.
And now for the weather. The unusually hot and dry spell we've been having is still going, with temperatures ranging from the high 30s to low 40s through next week. So that forest fire warning you've been hearing about is still in effect. But good news! We can expect some light rain beginning early this afternoon, turning to thunder showers later this evening. There's an acid rain warning overnight, and we're calling for freezing rain by early tomorrow morning. We're looking at extremely hazardous on the air quality index today, so reduce or reschedule all strenuous activities outdoors, especially if you experience symptoms such as coughing or throat irritation. Children and the elderly should avoid all outdoor physical activity. We're expecting earthquakes early next week, although likely nothing stronger than about a 6.8 on the Richter scale. So while significant damage will occur, it's nothing that can't be fixed. Remember to stay away from poorly built structures. Now, those earthquakes will cause tsunamis. So remember to stay away from coastlines. Wrapping up, we're expecting the second coming of Jesus Christ next Tuesday. Although with all the wind we've been having, that may be pushed sooner. And the apocalypse is scheduled to follow closely after, estimated for Wednesday. So remember, stay safe, stay indoors. Back to you, Joan.
I have watched as the people of now set fire to the future.
Turning our tomorrows to ashes under the embers of a warning ignored.
I have seen
Garbage piled high.
Filling parks and streets.
Overwhelming souls.
With stench.
And soiled diapers.
I have seen.
The great plateaus of my home broken.
I've stood speechless, wondering
Why the beautiful glimmering trees have gone to nothing. I have
the
seen.
world I once loved
Burn to the ground.
The fires of hell.
Ravaging the earth.
Burning all the trees.
grass
And meadows.
until there is nothing left but lifeless gray ash.
Blowing in the hot and blistering winds.
I have
And
seen.
the children of my generation,
Raised with the knowledge that we will be left a broken world.
While our parents and grandparents give up hope for themselves
And say it's up to us.
And
I have seen the children of my generation
Rally together.
with a passion and dedication.
to leave the world better than we received it.
I've looked around and I've heard voices.
Very similar to mine.
I've cried in joy to see the beauty of my land once again. I have seen.
I've also seen a group of people standing together
In harmonious solidarity.
They toil long hours.
spilling their blood on the soil.
But out of their blood.
Arises sprigs of green.
I've watched as the land was revived.
The scales of the earth set back to balance.
By patience and action. I have watched as we saved the world.